நிறுவனத்தை கொண்டிருக்கின்றது. ஒரு பார்க்கல. Very good morning to everybody. Welcome to the Staff Day celebrations of Psg institutions. Refreshments are served just outside the conference hall. Please make yourself comfortable.
Sir.
Good morning. Good morning, Kalyan.
Good morning, sir.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Kalyan?
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Children, sir.
Yes, Kalyan.
Sir, very good morning, sir.
Good morning, good morning.
Sir,
Can you hear me?
am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are audible. Am I audible?
Stop பண்ணுங்க.
Am I audible? Hello?
இல்ல அந்த மீடியா பிளேயரை ஃபுல்லாவே ஸ்டாப் பண்ணிரு.
நான் பேசுறது கேக்குறதா?
ஒரு நிமிஷம். ஒரு நிமிஷம். ஹலோ சார், கோவை செல்வன் சார்.
யா கேக்குறதா? நான் பேசுறது?
நான் அவங்க பேசுறது கேக்குது இல்லை, ரொம்ப வால்யூம் கம்மியா இருக்கு.
அப்படியா?
ஹலோ சார்.
கேட்குறதா?
எஸ் சார், எஸ் சார்.
கிளியரா?
நாங்க பேசுறது கேக்குதுங்களா சார்?
நீங்க பேசுறது கேட்கறது.
ஓகே சார். உங்க வாய்ஸ் கிளியரா இருக்குங்க சார், உங்க வீடியோவும் கிளியரா இருக்குங்க சார். பர்ஃபெக்ட்.
ரைட், தேங்க்யூ.
தேங்க்யூ சார்.
தேங்க்யூ.
ஹலோ மேம், ஜான்சி ஐஎஸ் சுவாமி மேம்.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes ma'am, yes ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, thank you ma'am.
Check, 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 check.
Hello. Hello, check. Hello. Check. Hello. Hello, check. Hello. Sound level. Hello. Check. Hello. Hello, check. Check. Hello. Hello, check. Check. Hello. Check. Hello. தெரியாதுல்ல. Hello, check. Check. Hello. ஒரு ப்ரொமோட் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கொடுத்துருங்க. ஹலோ சார், ராஜ்குமார் சார், குட் மார்னிங் சார். ஹலோ ஹலோ ராஜ்குமார் சார்.
கேக்குதுங்களா?
எஸ் சார், கேட்குதுங்க சார். சார் உங்கள் கேமரா ஆன் பண்ண முடியுதுங்களாங்க சார்?
கேமரா எனக்கு கண்ட்ரோல் வரலையே.
பேனல் லிஸ்ட்ல தான் இருக்கீங்க. கீழே பாட்டம்ல ஸ்டார்ட் வீடியோன்னு இருக்குதுங்களாங்க சார்?
ஸ்டார்ட் வீடியோ இருக்கு, இன்டகிரேட்டட்
ஆமாங்க சார்.
கேமரா.
அதை கிளிக் பண்ணுங்க சார். எஸ் சார், எஸ் சார்.
தெரியுங்களா?
எஸ் சார், we are able to see.
Can you
Thank
please
you.
check whether
Okay.
என்னோட வீடியோ தெரியுதா, கொஞ்சம் செக் பண்றீங்களா?
1 minute மேம்.
Yep.
மேம், வீடியோ இஸ் ஓகே மேம், பட் சம் லைட்டிங் ப்ராப்ளம்.
Okay, in my place.
கொஞ்சம் எஸ் மேம், கொஞ்சம் டார்க் அடிக்குதுங்க மேம்.
Okay, okay. சரி, ஓகே, நான் செக் பண்றேன்.
ஓகே மேம்.
உங்க பேக்ரவுண்ட் பிரைட்டா இருக்குங்க.
யா.
Yes, okay. I'll just.
ஓகே.
சொல்லு.
Hello, Jansi ma'am. And
Yeah,
now it is,
yes.
yeah, now it is good ma'am.
Is it okay? Okay.
Yes ma'am, okay ma'am.
Okay, thanks.
Hello, sir, Loganathan sir. Hello, sir, Loganathan, sir.
அவரு லோகநாதன் வந்து மறுபடியும் ட்ரை பண்றாருங்க.
ஓ ஓகேங்க சார். ஓகே.
அவர் ஜாயின் பண்ணும்போது பேனலிஸ்டா வரல, அட்டெண்டியா
இல்ல
வந்தாரா?
இப்போ பேனலிஸ்டா மாத்தியாச்சுங்க சார் அவரை. இப்போ அவர்
அவர் கனெக்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க,
பேனலிஸ்ட் தான்
கனெக்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க.
எடுத்துக்கிறாருங்க.
லோகநாதன் பேசுறேங்க, கேக்குதுங்களா? லோகநாதன் பேசுறேங்க, கேக்குதுங்களா?
சார் சார் உங்க வாய்ஸ் கொஞ்சம் டவுனா இருக்குதுங்க சார்.
அப்படிங்களா? ஒரு நிமிஷம் இருங்க.
இப்போ ஓகேங்க சார். இப்போ ஓகே.
ஓகே, இப்போ ஓகேங்களா?
உங்க கேமரா செக் பண்ணிருங்க சார். ப்ளீஸ் டர்ன் ஆன் யுவர் கேமரா.
ஓ, கேமரா டர்ன் தான் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். ஒரு நிமிஷம் இருங்க. ஸ்டார்ட் வீடியோ.
எஸ் சார்.
ஓகே, ஒரு நிமிஷம் இருங்க.
எஸ் சார்.
I like to change a different camera. Okay, I like to change the camera. Okay. ஓகே.
எஸ் சார். பெர்ஃபெக்ட் சார்.
நான் மியூட்டுக்கு போயிடுறேன்.
தேங்க்யூ சார். Hello, sir. Good morning, sir. Arun Kumar, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, good morning, sir. Sir, please check your camera, sir.
Just give me a minute. I did a trial check earlier. It was working. Let me know if it's working now too.
No, sir.
Oh, I know. That's the thing. Should be now.
Yes, sir. Perfect, sir. Yes,
All right.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to inform everybody to kindly make yourself comfortable and please turn off your mobile phones as we are going to begin the event in a short while. Dignitaries on the dais, heads of various institutions, faculty members, staff, and the well-wishers of Psg institutions. A very good morning to everyone present here. I'm Dr. Shaina Sheen, Associate Professor at the Department of Applied Mathematics and Computational Sciences at Psg College of Technology, and your host for today's event. A very warm welcome to the Staff Day celebrations of Psg institutions. Each year, Psg and Sons Charities celebrates the hard work and dedication of its more than 6,000 employees. This day aims at making the employees feel valued and emanate the vibe that they matter. Let us begin this event by invoking the blessings of the Almighty with a prayer song by Sneha of MSc Data Science, Psg College of Technology.
நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்த கெழிலொழுகும் சீராரும் வதனமென திகழ் பரத கண்டமிது தெக்கணமும் அதிசிறந்த திராவிடனர் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிரினுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிலமை திரும்பி அந்த செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே. Thank you.
PSG and Sons Charities celebrate Staff Day every year for acknowledging the hard work, the diligence of employees, and bestowing them with due recognition. Staff Day is celebrated on February 20th of every year to commemorate the life and contributions of Dr. G.R. Damodaran, the founder of PSG College of Arts and Science and PSG College of Technology. This icon of education and eminent administrator stretched the boundaries of the charity's trust and laid plans which shaped the future of PSG institutions. Dr. G.R. Damodaran believed education as the better means for securing the nation's economic future and social well-being. The culture that he evolved reverberates across the campuses, which has led the institutions to be a place of great teaching and research. Through the Staff Day, we celebrate the life of this true legend. Today, PSG and Sons Charities will honor and thank Dr. P Radha Krishnan by conferring the Lifetime Achievement Award for his dedication and contributions to PSG. They will also acknowledge the continued services of the people celebrating their 25 years of service in PSG institutions and express their gratitude to those who have completed their valuable service in PSG institutions. May I request Dr. M. Damanathan, Principal, PSG College of Pharmacy, to deliver the welcome address.
Good morning, and all present here, respected invitees, on and off the dais. It's my pleasure to welcome you all for an important celebration organized by our trust, Professor Dr. G.R.D. birthday. Every year, this day has been celebrated as Staff Day. Dr. G.R.D., a legendary personality, exemplary to others, role model for many teachers. He himself is a teacher and a good administrator, godfather and guide to many students, and a key player in the early phase of institutional development. An iconic person, and his contribution to this region will be remembered lifelong. Dear colleagues, we are blessed to be part of PSG family and continue to serve the institution on the path laid down by our predecessors. Last year, as a tribute to the legend, we released the second edition of GRD's book, A Teacher in You. The motive is to appreciate the value and inculcate GRD's thought in the younger generations. It has to be practiced continuously to fulfill the dreams of Professor GRD. ஆசிரியர்கள் தங்களை உணர்ந்து தாங்கள் கற்ற கல்வியையும் வித்தைகளையும் மற்றவர்களுக்கு எந்தவித பாகுபாடுமின்றி பிரதிபலன் பார்க்காமல் அள்ளி அள்ளி கொடுக்கக்கூடியவர்கள். இதை என்றும் ஜிஆர்டி அவர்கள் வாழ்வியலில் கடைபிடித்ததை போல் நாமும் பின்பற்றுவோமாக. To celebrate this year's Staff Day amongst us, we have Mr. Aikoko N. Subramanian, Chairman, Mrs. Sagodaran Coimbatore. Mannin Mahinder, SML, Samudaya Nalam Virumbi. He does not need any introductions. He's a well-known personality to all of us. He is closely associated with PSG, and to show his commitment to PSG, readily accepted our invitation as a chief guest for the Staff Day celebration. On behalf of management, staff, and students, I wholeheartedly welcome you, sir, for this function. Welcome you, sir. President of today's function is our beloved Managing Trustee, Sri L. Gopala Krishnan. He is a visionary, simple, smiling, and easily approachable person. He is a driving force for all of us and in guiding in all our difficult times. On behalf of the staff and faculty of Psg institutions, I am welcoming you, sir, for this function. Welcome you, sir. I also welcome our alumni who have accepted the invitation, and they will be delivering their felicitation speech through virtual mode. Dr. Kumar, Professor of ECE, Canning Mellon University. Dr. V. Kovaichelian, Director, TVS Institute of Quality Leadership. Mr. Loganathan Palaniswamy, Director of Engineering, Yahoo, California, USA. Ms. Jansi Ayyaswamy, Scientist F, TIFAC, DST, Government of India. Mr. L.H. Arun Kumar, Chief Procurement Officer. Mrs. Prafati Van Mele, Singapore. Mr. N. Maran, CEO, Car Technologies, USA. Dr. R. Venkatesh, Professor of Business, University of Pittsburgh. I welcome you all the alumni for this great gathering. Also, welcome you for their felicitations address on this important day. I take this opportunity to welcome our beloved Dr. Radha Krishnan, sir, guy for everybody, a gentleman. His contribution to Psg institutions, especially Psg Tech and IAS, needs to a special mention and appreciation. I welcome you, sir, for this function. I welcome heads of various Psg institutions, heads of departments, teachers, staff, administrative faculty, and all the invitees for the Staff Day celebrations. I also welcome Psg Trust Board members, Psg family members for the function. A special welcome and congratulations to the staff members who have completed 25 years of long service with Psg Institute. Let your service continue with Psg to grow together. I welcome you all for this function. I welcome media and press members for the function. I once again welcome you one and all for the Staff Day celebrations. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, Dr. Ramanathan. I kindly request Sri L. Gopalakrishnan, Managing Trustee of Psg and Sons Charities, to give the presidential address.
Guest of today's function, heads of institutions headed by Dr. Radha Krishnan, invitees, family members, alumni who have joined virtually, ladies and gentlemen, very good morning and welcome to this program. It is my pleasure to preside over this important function today. We celebrate today the Staff Day of all Psg institutions. 20th February is earmarked as Staff Day as a token of our love and affection to one of the illustrious founders of Psg institutions, Professor V.R. Damodaran. We have today with us Mr. Ayakoka N. Subramaniam, Chairman, Sagodaran Trust, alumni of Psg College of Technology as the chief guest. It is my pleasure in welcoming Mr. Subramaniam. I thank Mr. Subramaniam for having consented to be with us today on this important occasion of Staff Day. We are here today celebrating the Staff Day, the birth anniversary of Professor V.R. Damodaran. As many of you are aware, he was the founder principal of both Psg College of Arts and Science, which was known as Psg Arts College then, and Psg College of Technology. Both these were founded by him and are the flagship institutions of Psg. VRD's contribution to education in our country is phenomenal. He was a visionary and has no parallel in guiding, motivating, and inspiring the faculty members. Many of the senior teachers and alumni present here will recall the interaction they had with Mr. GRD and how PRD influenced the career and lives. This is also applicable to several thousands of students who had the privilege of mentorship by Professor GRD. Professor GRD established several healthy conventions which we still follow. His enduring legacy continues to guide us even today. He had a great vision for the growth and development of Psg institutions and effectively communicated his vision to the faculty, who in turn spared no efforts to implement his ideas and plans. I am happy to note that the generations of faculty and staff drew inspiration from him and worked hard to make our institutions what they are today. We celebrate this day every year to rededicate ourselves to the ideals cherished by Dr. GRD and to remember the contributions to staff members and felicitate those who had put in long years of service. This is also the day we appreciate the faculty and staff for their loyalty, commitment, and hard work, which helped many of our institutions to become highly ranked institutions and what they are today. The growth of any institution is due to the committed hard work of members of faculty and staff. PSC institutions are also no exemption to this fact. PSC management is always appreciative of the contributions by the faculty and staff in the development of the institutions. On this staff day, we recognize the excellent service rendered by 78 members of faculty and staff who have put in 25 years of service and 2 staff members who retired from service this year. This year, the management also takes the pleasure of recognizing and handing over the Lifetime Achievement Award to Dr. P Radha Krishnan, former Principal, Psg College of Technology and the Director of Psg Institute of Advanced Studies, for his indelible contribution in the field of education for over 50 years. I acknowledge the presence of alumni across the world for this function. We have 7 of our alumni joining from world over virtually, felicitating Dr. P Radha Krishnan. This day is an occasion to rededicate ourselves to the growth of PSG and the development of our institutions. Thank you. Best wishes to all.
Thank you, sir. PSG and Sons Charities bestows the Lifetime Achievement Award to Dr. P Radha Krishnan, whose continued outstanding service has made a difference in the success of Psg College of Technology. Throughout his career, he has shown an unwavering commitment to Psg and has dedicated his entire career to championing the cause in bringing Psg College of Technology to greater heights. His tireless work as an institution builder and researcher and the integrity he brings to every activity in which he is involved is laudable. Dr. P Radha Krishnan served Psg College of Technology for more than 5 decades, donning various roles, from being a faculty principal of the institution from 1994 to 2002, and currently heading the Psg Institute of Advanced Studies. During his service at Psg Tech, he has been instrumental in developing several programs at the undergraduate and postgraduate levels, initiating collaboration with universities abroad for joint programs with various PSG institutions, as well as setting up several specialized laboratories. Dr. Radha Krishnan is a powerfully stimulating inspiration. He is a visionary and leader in advancing the engineering profession through research and education. May I now request Dr. K. Prakashan, Principal, Psg College of Technology, to read out the citation. The award will be presented by the Managing Trustee, Sri L. Gopalakrishnan.
Respected Managing Trustee, Chief Guest of N. Subramanian, Sirs Raghuvatharan Coimbatore, Sir Radhakrishnan, dignitaries of the dais, alumni virtually joining this meeting, faculty members, good morning to all of you. I thank management for giving me this great opportunity of reading the citations for Professor P Radhakrishnan. I read PSG and Sons Charities, Coimbatore, Lifetime Achievement Award presented to Dr. P Radhakrishnan, former Principal, Psg College of Technology, Director, Psg Institute of Advanced Studies, for leaving an indelible footprint in the field of higher education, more specifically in engineering education, a highly inspirational, well-connected, down-to-earth person, committed to excellence in all walks of life. For his long and distinguished career at PSG Tech for around 5 decades, with many accomplishments, had been instrumental in developing several programs at the undergraduate and postgraduate levels, as well as setting up several specialized laboratories like Rapid Prototyping Center, Virtual Reality Laboratory, Science and Technology Entrepreneurial Park, STEP, had laid foundation for interdisciplinary research and manpower development. Organizations for which he carried out projects include Indian Space and Research Organization, ISRO, Aeronautical Development Agency, ADA, for serving as chairman, Research Advisory Board, CMTI, and member of Executive Committee of IMTMA, has carried out several consultancy projects in the areas of machine tools, CAD and CAM, reverse engineering and technology development in rapid prototyping. His areas of research are nano manufacturing, rapid manufacturing, collaborative product design, lean manufacturing, and machining. Has successfully carried out funded and sponsored research projects through the government and industries, the author of 4 books, including one on CNC machine tools and more than 100 technical papers. Had served as an expert member on several committees of the central government organizations and as a member of program advisory committees, chaired the Committee for Development of Machine Tools, CDMAT, set up by the Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India, which prepared a roadmap for machine tool development in India and recommended funding for a number of R&D projects in machine tools, as well as setting up the advanced machine tool testing facility at CMTI campus. His latest contribution is the setting up of nanotechnology laboratory at PSG on the occasion of Staff Day, signed by L. Krishnan, Managing Trustee.
May I request the Managing Trustee, Sri L. Krishnan, and our Chief Guest to kindly present the award to Dr. Radha Krishnan. Thank you, sir. Congratulations to Professor Radha Krishnan, and we thank you for showing us the way. Now we have a few alumni from across the world who would like to share their memories and association they had with Dr. Radha Krishnan. May I request Dr. Kumar, Professor in the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering at Carnegie Mellon University, USA, to speak a few words.
Thank you. Respected Chief Honorary Dr. Radha Krishnan, President Gopala Krishnan, Principal Dr. Prakasam, respected faculty and staff, organizers, and dear friends. It is my distinct honor and privilege to felicitate Dr. Radha Krishnan for receiving the inaugural Lifetime Achievement Award on this August GRD Day. I speak to you today as a former student at Psg Tech, the last of the 5-year BE batch. So our batch was blessed to know Dr. Radha Krishnan for longer than recent students. I speak to you today as an alumnus who had the pleasure of interacting with Dr. Radha Krishnan for many years since. I also speak to you as an academic who worked with students that he and his colleagues would pick and send to work with us in the USA. I also speak to you as a member of society sitting literally on the other side of the globe where one sees things from a very different perspective. For those students who are able to join us today, I want to emphasize that Dr. Radha Krishnan is a very special person, the likes of whom you will but meet only a very few in your entire lives. Cherish this opportunity and celebrate the occasion. For the Psg Tech alumni who are able to participate today, you know that looking back, there are a few people who have touched your lives, led you down a better path, and showed you a strong destination to strive towards. Your willingness and eagerness to participate in today's felicitation are much appreciated. So to me, 6 letters capture the essence of Dr. Radha Krishnan. 3 V's and 3 P's. Vision, verve, vigor, passion, persistence, and patience. In the words of the great poet and saint Thiruvalluvar, தொட்டனை தூரும் மணற்கேணி மாந்தர்க்கு கற்றனை தூரும் அறிவு. Meaning, in sandy soil, the deeper you dig, the springs below flow in proportion. The more you learn, the freer do the streams of wisdom flow. Dr. Radha Krishnan stands out in this context as an exemplar and the rarest of gems. He has plowed both deep and wide among the Indian student population over several decades for their learning and knowledge to gush forth. He has also chosen voluntarily to disseminate his wisdom to ensure that students see a broader panorama and have bigger and better opportunities as the world around us becomes more interconnected. Dr. Radha Krishnan, if I might add, has a relatively small physical stature, but as a human, as a citizen, as a thinker, as an action warrior, as an academic, as an administrator, as a mentor, he is a giant amongst us. If India only had more leaders like him, we would rapidly return to our ancient heritage as a world-leading civilization. So let me add a few more words, if you will. Where negativism tries to dominate the world, his positivity inspires us all to greater heights. When fake news come towards us from all directions, outstanding real-world accomplishments come towards us from one direction, Dr. Radha Krishnan's direction. When darkness seems to be all around us, a bright and encouraging light emanates from the halo that is Dr. Radha Krishnan. When institutions of many different colors have tended to lose respect over time, Dr. Radha Krishnan, an institution unto himself, stands tall. Where professionals look to retire early and take on fewer responsibilities, Dr. Radha Krishnan takes on bigger roles to expand his circle of impact. When humans want to leave behind a stressful life, Dr. Radha Krishnan takes on new challenges as a way to serve our society. Where slowing down is a natural outcome as the years go by, Dr. Radha Krishnan has accelerated his pace of activity and has become more and more engaged. Where academics feel content to have contributed to the education of a few generations of students, Dr. Radha Krishnan takes it upon himself to continue his sacred role as an educator, advisor, guide, and mentor. Where professors seek to glorify their own contributions, Dr. Radha Krishnan has consistently sought to toil and make a difference in the way both students and professors think and act. Where people take a narrow view of what can be done, Dr. Radha Krishnan takes a broad view of what can and should be done, and most importantly, makes those things happen. Where administrators think in short-term milestones, Dr. Radha Krishnan has a bold, long-term vision to advance the state of students, the faculty and institutions that he's associated with, where thinkers hesitate to act and doers may not stop to think. Dr. Radha Krishnan thinks big and acts to accomplish those ambitious goals. So this occasion is the inauguration of the Lifetime Achievement Award at Psg Tech. I strongly believe that there are two kinds of awards. One, awards that are so prestigious that they bring great honor to the recipients. Another special kind is where the recipient is so deserving that it brings legitimacy, credibility, and cachet to the award itself. It goes without saying in my mind that this award belongs to the second category by having Dr. Radha Krishnan as its first recipient. This Lifetime Achievement Award has now set such a high bar that future recipients can be rightfully proud to have received the same award that Dr. Radha Krishnan did. In Tamil, there's a saying, Asiriya paniye arapani, adarke unnai arpani, meaning teaching is a noble service, dedicate yourself to it. Dr. Radha Krishnan is the epitome who symbolizes this saying. I make a humble request that Psg Tech recognize him with some sort of a permanent arrangement structure on campus where annual Teachers' Day celebrations take on a special meaning and focus. I thank the organizers for this opportunity and express my immense gratitude and appreciation to Dr. Radha Krishnan for everything that he has done, is going to do, and will continue to do. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Raj, for your kind words and also for joining us, even though it is very late into the night at your end. Next, we have Dr. V. Chelvin, Director, TVS Institute for Quality and Leadership at TVS Motor Company Limited, to share his thoughts with us.
Yeah. Chief guest of the day, Managing Trustee, Professor Radha Krishnan, all the academic leadership members, faculty members, good morning to all of you. It gives me immense pleasure to be part of this staff day virtually to honor our beloved Professor Radha Krishnan with the Lifetime Achievement Award. Next to GRD, he made a significant contribution to every aspect of Psg Tech to remain relevant and contemporary in terms of quality of education, research, infrastructure, students' experience, industry and academic partnerships, and exchange programs, Alumni Connect, so we can add many more. He has always been an inspiration and role model for many faculty members as well as students. On this occasion, the Lifetime Achievement Award is a deserving recognition for his untiring service for Psg Tech for 5 decades. Professor Radha Krishnan was not only my teacher, he was also my mentor, coach, and well-wisher throughout my life. And I always cherished my relationship with him as well as his kindness. Belonging to the second batch of production engineering branch, we had maximum contact with Professor Radha Krishnan. He was a faculty member in Psg Tech in Mechanical Engineering Department, as well as he was holding a very key role Psg Industrial Institute on machine tools, in machine tool design, manufacture and testing. We were very fortunate to have such professor who is connected with both academia and industry. In 4th and 5th year, we used to have one full day in the Industrial Institute following the shift timing of the institute. He used to stand in the gate at 7:30 when the shift starts, and he will assign the work for us for the day. And same way, when we get out in the evening, he'll be there near the gate, and then he'll be reviewing what we have done for the day. So it used to be so useful. I've completed my 4th and 5th year project under his guidance, and both were very challenging projects. And with all his mentorship, we were industry ready. Now today we are talking about employable skills and industry ready. And we were actually industry ready with all the inputs given by him, the systems that he has developed. I would attribute my academic interest. Last 15 years, I've been extensively involved in the academic research as well as the involvement. This inspiration came from him. Whenever there was a seminar or conference in the related topic, he used to call me to present a paper. Then he has included me in the board of studies, later governing council. Even recently, he recommended my name for as a trustee for the PSG Tech, the Alumni Foundation. He was also on my doctoral committee, and he has provided very valuable guidance for me. And he had an exemplary alumni connect. He used to attend all our alumni family meets at Hosur chapter. When he travels to Bangalore, he used to inform me that I am coming to Bangalore, on the way I'll meet you at Hosur. Same way, he used to also travel to Pune or Delhi. So you will remember one of the alumni, and he will contact me and then get the number. And then even if he is having very tight schedule, he will always meet them even in the airport. I think that's the kind of connect he had with all the alumni. When he was building the lab for the Psg Advanced Institute, I used to go there and then visit, and he used to show all the infrastructure and also ask me to introduce some of the industry people to get involved in the research. So his network is very, very strong. So globally, he had a network not only with alumni, but also with the industry and academia and the peers. And he effectively leveraged the network to build PSG Tech. The next generation of academic leaders, faculty, students, and alumni have a lot to learn from him as a role model. I pray Almighty for his good health, long life, and also he will continue to guide us. Thank you for this opportunity to felicitate my guru, my mentor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your memories. May I request Mr. Loganathan Palanisamy, Director of Engineering, Data and Insights, Yahoo, to speak a few words.
Hi, everyone. It's an honor to be here today. I graduated in 1984 in mechanical engineering. I currently work in the San Francisco area, Bay Area. I also serve as the treasurer of the North American PhD Tech Alumni Association. My college years represented an exciting period around the world, especially at PhD Tech. ISRO had begun launching satellites, and our tech alums were playing a key role. The importance of renewable energy was being understood. Personal computers were beginning to influence various disciplines. The old way of learning was becoming obsolete. Our Radha Krishnan sir fully grasped the implications. He led the efforts to get a UNDP grant. We, the students, knew that if we wanted to learn about the future, we had to be near him. He would be as excited as a child, teaching us about CNC machines and encouraging us to write programs. The spark he lit propelled me to do MTech in computer science at IIT Bombay. I must thank PhD and its inspiring faculty like Radha Krishnan sir for molding and steering someone like me, someone who comes from a family with little or no education, someone who went to government schools in rural area to go to IIT and beyond. My years at PhD, wow, how transformative they were. I lost touch with the college in the 80s and late 80s and early 90s. It was still the pre-internet era. All this suddenly changed when Radha Krishnan sir became the principal. He instinctively understood that PhD institutions had to reconnect with alumni for mutual benefit. He has made a number of visits to the US since then. Unlike many others who may be interested in seeing Niagara Falls or Disneyland, his visits have always been about visiting cutting-edge labs, building alliances with leading universities, and reconnecting with alumni. He was instrumental in facilitating several alumni get-togethers in the Bay Area and elsewhere. I believe those visits were crucial in sowing the seeds for the Psg Institute for Advanced Studies, which has been doing groundbreaking interdisciplinary research. Although some of you may not have noticed it, Radha Krishnan sir has a great sense of humor. During our Diamond Jubilee celebrations in 2011 in the Bay Area, he went from table to table, encouraging us all to dance to tech music. Though my dance was a bit embarrassing for me, my friends found it hilarious. I must also thank the managing trustee for actively taking part in these events and fully supporting the principals and faculty. It's important for everyone to understand Radha Krishnan sir's long-term vision and take the next steps. Let me end by saying one more thing. Radhakrishnan sir is fond of giving challenging assignments to students. That doesn't simply end even after graduation. In 2015, he tasked the alumni with bringing a Nobel laureate to Psg institutions. Several of us worked tirelessly and succeeded in bringing Dr. David Gross, a Nobel laureate in physics. Radhakrishnan himself took the initiative to receive Dr. Gross in Bangalore and bring him to Coimbatore. It was one of the best and most gratifying assignments ever for the alumni. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for giving us so many wonderful memories over the years. May you live long and continue to inspire us and continue to guide us with your energy, enthusiasm, and wisdom. Thank you all. Thanks for this great opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Nothing makes a faculty more happy than knowing that he was an inspiration to many of them. May I request Ms. Jansi Ayaswamy, Scientist F at TIFAC under the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, to share her thoughts.
Thank you. Good morning to you all. Good morning, Professor Radha Krishnan, Dr. Ramanathan, Dr. Gopala Krishnan, all my alumni seniors present virtually, and all other dignitaries present there. My heartfelt thanks to this event organizer at PSG for giving me this opportunity on this occasion of Psg Staff Day. Much more happy for the privilege to speak about Professor Radha Krishnan, whom I consider as my mentor. Congratulations to Professor for his Lifetime Achievement Award. Before I start sharing my experiences and journey with him, I would like to reiterate the citation speech that he is being considered as the repository of knowledge and authority person to ask for any input in the area of manufacturing, machine tools, micro-nano processing by the government agencies, Department of Science and Technology, Department of Heavy Industries, and the Office of Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India. As he had been robed in several positions as chairperson, as member for high-level committees of the Government of India during the past 2 decades, being in government, I can vouch for that. I belong to the 93 to 97 batch of PhD Tech from metallurgical engineering stream. My acquaintance with Professor was first when he taught me in the CAD/CAM lab when he was the principal. At that time, it was more of a respect with our relation, typical a student-teacher relationship. Subsequently, after my graduation, I got placed as a scientist in the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, under its autonomous institution, Technology Information Forecasting and Assessment Council in 1997. I was indeed lucky that during my tenure in DST TIFAC, I had the opportunity of interacting with Professor multiple times in various programs and projects. The initial interactions were during 2005 to 2010, wherein I was handling a TIFAC Industry Academia program named Mission Reach. Professor Radha Krishnan's commitment to deadlines and leadership qualities rendered the team at PSG to bring astounding results in the first TIFAC Center of Relevance and Excellence in Rapid Prototyping. And this center has been cited proudly by DST TIFAC till date. Later, the landmark program of TIFAC named the Technology Vision 2035, which began in 2012, gave us the opportunity to work more closer. Professor played a key role in the sector of manufacturing and materials, the sector I was dealing with. So I was lucky that Professor Radha Krishnan was the chairman of the advisory committee of both the sectors. For this purpose, he has traveled several times to Delhi during this period, and I have visited PhD Tech campus many a times, and he and his office played a key role in organizing all the meetings effectively and efficiently. As you know, coming from Delhi to Coimbatore was like my homecoming, and I just loved it every time I came here on official visits. Professor steered the technology roadmaps very effectively. During his proactive role, the technology roadmaps and manufacturing and materials were released much earlier compared to the other technology roadmaps handled by my other colleagues. This period of interaction went on for 8 to 9 years, in which the earlier teacher-student relationship transformed to a father-daughter relationship. He is the first person whom I wish for Teachers' Day and the first person to share once I hear my promotion news in my office. I admire Professor for his qualities, which has inspired me, and I still try to follow them in my career. Some being punctuality, discipline, sticking to the timeline in delivery of tasks, and speak less, work more attitude. Today, it is my proud privilege to offer salutations and good wishes to his post-retirement life with his loving family members. I'm sure such a busy bee person like him will still continue to be active. I really wish that I should be present there to share this moment with you all and with Professor Radha Krishnan. I'm indeed eagerly looking forward to my visit to Coimbatore and Tech campus. Best wishes and prayers for his good health. My colleagues from my office, TIFAC, also joined me in conveying their best wishes to him. Thanks to Professor Kanchana and Professor Natarajan for getting in touch with me for this wonderful event. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jansi. I now request Mr. LH Arun Kumar, Chief Procurement Officer of Perfetti Van Melle Group, to kindly share a few words.
Thank you, Madam. Respected trustee, chief guest, all the professors and principals, all teachers, students, and my fellow alumni, and especially Dr. Nair. One of the advantages of the pandemic is that it denies us the opportunity to be in the right place for the right event. And among the top 5 events that I missed in the last 2 years, I would probably rate this as one. I would have dearly loved to make this trip to felicitate Dr. Nair in person. That is the depth of respect and admiration that I have for Dr. Nair. It's a great honor and a very unique privilege to be invited to felicitate one of the most admired, yet extremely modest and self-effacing professors of PSG Tech. And it's a great day to remember a great person, Dr. GRD, and to honor a great person, Dr. Nair. One person built the college, the other person nurtured it and took it to greater and greater heights. So it's a really good, a red letter day, one would say. There is so much I can say about Dr. Nair, but in the interest of time, I would invite you to consider these few traits. A great teacher, an outstanding engineer, a very able leader, an administrator with a very stellar track record, and most of all, this is my favorite part, a truly great human being. Now, I'm sure that you'll all agree, especially given the times that we live in, that finding a person who embodies any one of this is already great. In Dr. Nair, we have a great soul who embodies the best of all these traits, and really much, much more. And as all of us know, he really wears his greatness lightly. I mean, sometimes you could even miss him in a crowd. He's that quiet and that modest that it's frankly amazing, and there's so much to learn. Somebody mentioned how he connects with alumni, and I think that is one of his greatest strengths and the greatest value addition that he brings to the college. He's probably been the principal who is most connected and has taken most efforts to meet with the alumni. I've seen this when I was in Chennai. I've seen this when I was in Singapore, and I think most of the alumni on this call have seen it wherever they are. And some of you also mentioned. I personally benefited a lot from Dr. Nair's guidance, and just by watching him, operate. And like me, I think thousands of students, either directly or indirectly, have benefited from his talents, his contribution, and not just in PSG. You have to remember the small detail called VIT also. It's amazing, if you look back, the number of lives Dr. Nair has influenced and enriched. I must mention, and I think Dr. Raj mentioned this earlier, that it speaks very highly of the PSG Trust that it continues to harness talents like Dr. Nair, to deliver enduring value to the throngs of students who pass through its portals. It's so easy to say, okay, you're 58, you're retired, let's get on with new people. But it really, this is one of the fantastic things about the trust, that it seeks talent, it recognizes them, it empowers them and facilitates them, and thus PSG Tech continues to grow from strength to strength. On behalf of all the students who benefited from Dr. Nair, like me, I'd like to say, congratulations, sir, for this really richly deserved honor. And more importantly, thank you for enriching our lives. And absolutely, I agree that this award gets further more honor, gets further more prestige, and grows so much more in importance when the name of Dr. Radha Krishnan Nair is added as a recipient. I'd like to thank Dr. Natarajan for inviting me to this meeting and for giving me the opportunity to felicitate Dr. Nair. And I'd like to thank all of you, ladies and gentlemen, for your time. Stay safe. All the best, Dr. Nair. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Arun Kumar. I now invite Dr. R. Venkatesh, Professor of Business, University of Pittsburgh, for sharing his thoughts on Dr. Radha Krishnan. Thank you, sir. Let me thank all the alumni who have taken the time and effort in being with us today, sharing your thoughts and making this day even more memorable for Professor Radha Krishnan. It is a great honor for me to introduce the chief guest of the day, Mr. N. Subramaniam, who is currently the chairman of Messrs. Sagodharan, Coimbatore, which is a manufacturer of new age synthetic sandwich spindle tapes. He is also the founder director of Habassit Iacocca Private Limited and the chairman of Frankstick Bells Private Limited, Goa. He completed his mechanical engineering at Psg College of Technology and did his diploma in marketing management from the British Institute. After completing graduation, Mr. Subramaniam spent a few years working with Shanti Gears and LG Group before starting Iacocca Syntrans in 1987 for manufacturing synthetic spindle tapes at a time when the market was predominantly using cotton tapes. He and his associates also started Iacocca Beltrans for belting solutions, and in 1996, Habassit Iacocca Private Limited was set up as an Indo-Swiss joint venture. A strong believer and follower of our rich culture and traditions, Mr. Subramaniam has written 9 books and has to his credit a collection of poems, short stories, travelogues, and motivational books, all written in Tamil. He has also won a few awards for his writings. Mr. Subramaniam has held several positions of responsibility in various associations of repute. He was given the Outstanding Alumni Award from PSG College of Technology in the year 2016 and the Best Entrepreneurship Award from Coimbatore Management Association as well. May I now request Mr. Subramaniam to address the gathering.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். ஒரு பெரும் தொற்று முடிந்து விட்டது. மீண்டும் வாழ்க்கையின் மீதும் வாழ்க்கையின் முன்னேற்றத்தின் மீதும் கல்வியின் மீதும் ஒரு பெரும் பற்று ஆரம்பித்து விட்டது. கல்லூரிக்குள் நுழையும் போதே பட்டாம்பூச்சிகள் மாதிரி மாணவ மாணவிகள் சந்தோஷமாக போய்கொண்டிருப்பதை பார்க்கும்போது இந்த 2-3 ஆண்டுகளாக எல்லாம் சிறையில் இருந்தவர்களுக்கு திடீர் என்று விடுதலை கிடைத்த மாதிரி ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய சந்தோஷம். அதனால் இந்த விழா இது ஒரு பன்முக விழா என்று சொல்லலாம். வாழ்நாள் சாதனையாளர் விருதை நமது மதிப்பிற்குரிய ராதாகிருஷ்ணன் ஐயா அவர்களுக்கு கொடுக்கும். 25 ஆண்டுகள் தொடர்ந்து பணிபுரிந்தவர்களுக்கு அவர்களுக்கு ஒரு மரியாதை செலுத்தும் விதமாக ஒரு பாராட்டு விழாவாக அமைந்திருக்கிறது. எல்லாவற்றையும் விட திரு GRD அவர்களின் நினைவு நாள். நேற்று தாய்மொழி தினம் கூட இருந்திருக்கிறது. எனவே எல்லாம் ஒன்று சேர்ந்து இன்று இந்த நிகழ்ச்சி நடக்கும்போது மனதுக்கு மிகவும் மகிழ்ச்சி. வாழ்நாள் சாதனையாளர் விருது பெற்ற டாக்டர் ராதாகிருஷ்ணன் அவர்கள் மொத்தமாகவே ஒரு ஆசிரியர் என்பதின் உருவகமாக சொல்லலாம். எளிமை, பண்பு. எனக்கு தெரிந்த அவர் கல்லூரியையும் கல்வியையும் இதை பற்றியும் நினைக்காத நாள் இருக்கவே முடியாது. மனைவியார் பக்கத்திலேயே இருக்கிறார்கள். அவர்களும் தினசரி புகார் சொல்லாமல் இருக்கவே முடியாது. இன்று கூட வரும்போது ட்ரஸ்டி அவர்களோடு பேசிக் கொண்டிருந்த போது இன்னும் அவர் இந்த கல்வி பணியில் தொடர வேண்டும் என்றுதான் நாங்கள் அழைத்து கொண்டே இருக்கிறோம். ஆனால் குடும்பத்தார் தான் வேண்டாம் என்று சொல்லுகிறார்கள், அவர் உடல்நலம் கருதி என்று சொல்லி. அந்த பெருமை ஆசிரியர்களுக்கு மட்டும்தான் உண்டு. ஆஸ்கார் வைல்டு அவர் ஒரு வரி சொல்லுவாரு, எவ்ரி ஹீரோ பிகம்ஸ் அ போர் அட் லாஸ்ட். அது சினிமா நடிகனாலும் சரி, விளையாட்டு வீரன், அரசியல்வாதி, எழுத்தாளர், கவிஞன், ஏதாவது ஒரு டைம்ல தே பிகம் எ போர். பட் காலத்துக்கும் ஹீரோவாக இருக்கக்கூடியவர்கள் என்று சொன்னால் ஆசிரியர்கள் மட்டும்தான். அதை பல இடத்துல பார்க்கலாம். ஒரு ஏர்போர்ட்ல போங்க, மிகப்பெரிய தொழிலதிபர்களாக இருக்கலாம், இன்னும் சிறந்த விளையாட்டு வீரர்கள், பாப்புலரானவர்கள். திடீர்னு பார்த்தா யாரையாவது ஒருத்தர் போய் காலை தொட்டு வணங்கி 2 நிமிஷம் பேசிட்டு இருப்பாங்க. யாருன்னு கேட்டா, இவர் எங்க பள்ளிக்கூட ஆசிரியர் அல்லது கல்லூரி ஆசிரியர், பிரின்சிபல் என்று சொல்லுவோம். இந்த பெருமை உலகத்தில் வேறு யாருக்கும் கிடைக்கவே கிடைக்கும். அது அமெரிக்க அதிபராக இருந்தாலும் இல்லை, இந்திய பிரதமராக இருந்தாலும் இல்லை, ஆசிரியர்களுக்கு மட்டுமே கிடைக்கக்கூடியது. அது மட்டும் இல்ல, ஏதாவது ஒரு ஊர்ல, அது இந்தியாவா இருக்கட்டும், ஃபாரினா இருக்கட்டும், குறிப்பா இந்த பிஹெச்டிக்கு இருக்கிறவங்களுக்கு ஒரு பெருமை என்னன்னா, எங்கேயா போய் நின்று போன் பண்ணி, அப்பா நான் இந்த ஊருக்கு வந்திருக்கேன்னு சொன்னா, எங்க வீட்டுக்கு வந்து தங்குங்க சார் என்று அழைக்கக்கூடிய மாணவர்களை அதிகமாக கொண்ட ஆசிரியர்கள் இங்கதான் சேர்ந்திருக்காங்க. நமக்கு சொந்தக்காரங்க கூட இருக்கலாம், ரொம்ப நெருங்கிய நண்பரா இருக்கலாம், நம்ம நிறுவனத்துல பணியாற்றியவங்களா இருக்கலாம். ஊருக்கு போனா சார் எந்த ஹோட்டல்ல ரூம் போடட்டுன்னு தான் கேட்பாங்க. ஆனால் ஆசிரியர் ஒருவரை மட்டும் தான் பெருமையோடு, நீங்க ஹோட்டலுக்கெல்லாம் போகாதீங்க, எங்க ரூம்ல வந்து தங்குங்க என்று சொல்லி அழைப்பது என்றால் அது ஆசிரியருக்குரிய பெருமை. அதனால் தான் மாதா பிதா குரு தெய்வம் என்று தெய்வத்துக்கு அடுத்தபடியாக ஆசிரியரை வைத்திருக்கிறார்கள். அதனால் அப்படிப்பட்ட ஆசிரியர்கள் இருப்பதனாலதான் இன்னைக்கு இந்த பேண்டமிக்ல கூட ஒரு நாடு ஆசிரியருக்கு அதிகமாக மரியாதை கொடுக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு நாடு எது என்றால் அது பாரதம். அந்த பாரதம் தான் இன்றும் எல்லாவற்றிலும் இந்த இக்கட்டிலும் நிமிர்ந்து நிற்கிறது. இதற்கு காரணம் பாரம்பரியமாக வந்த அந்த குரு பக்தியும் அந்த படிப்பின் பெருமையும். வாட்ஸ்அப்ல முந்தா நாள் ஒரு கதை ஒன்று வந்திருந்தது. ஒரு ராஜா போய்கிட்டு இருக்காரு, பல்லக்குல போய்கிட்டு இருக்காரு. திடீர்னு பல்லக்க நிறுத்தி போய் ஒருத்தரோட காலை தொட்டு கும்பிடுறாரு. கூட இருந்தவங்க கேட்கிற, என்னங்க அந்த ஆள் ஒரு மாதிரியா இருக்கு, அவன் போய் அவன் காலை தொட்டு கும்பிடுறான், இருக்கிறது ஒரு பெரிய மரியாதை இல்லை. சரி அப்படின்ட்டு ராஜா போயிட்டு அடுத்த நாள் எல்லாத்தையும் கூப்பிட்டு அவருக்கு ஒரு கண்டிஷன்ஸ், ஒரு ஆட்டுத்தலை, ஒரு புலி அல்லது சிங்கத்தினுடைய தலை, ஒரு மனித தலை, 3 நாளை காலையில் இங்க கொண்டு வரலைன்னா ஓன் தலையை எடுத்துருவேன் அப்படிங்கிறது. இவனுங்கெல்லாம் போய் தேடி பிடிச்சி ஆட்டுத்தலை எல்லாத்தையும் கொண்டு வந்துடுறாங்க. ஒரு ராஜா சொல்றா, இப்பவே போய் இதுகளெல்லாம் வித்துக்கிட்டு வந்துடும். ஆட்டுத்தலையை எடுத்துட்டு போறவன் அடுத்த தெருவிலேயே வித்துட்டான். ஏன்னா தலை சாப்பிட்ற ஆளுக்கு தானே, மனிதத்திலேயே சாப்பிடக்கூடிய மனிதர்கள் இருக்கும்போது ஆடு உடனே வித்து போச்சு. சிங்கத்தலையை எடுத்துட்டு போயிருக்கான். அப்ப அதை ரொம்ப பணவசதி இருக்கிறவன் வீட்டுல வாங்கி பாடம் பண்ணி வச்சுக்கலாம் நம்ம வீட்டுலன்ட்டு அதை வாங்கிட்டு போயிட்டான். இந்த மனித தலையை கொண்டு சென்ற இடத்திலெல்லாம் எல்லாம் தெரித்து ஓடுகிறார்கள். அதை வாங்கறதுக்கு யாரும் சரியா இல்லை. அது ராஜா தலையா இருந்தாலும் சரி, ஆசிரியர் தலை, அம்மா தலை ஏன்னு கேட்கல. இப்ப திரும்பி வந்தான், ஐயா இந்த மாதிரி இதுதான்டா வாழ்க்கை, இப்படித்தான் இருக்கு. நான் போய் காலை தொட்டு வணங்கினேன் அல்லவா, அதற்கு இருக்கக்கூடிய ஞானம், அந்த மனிதனின் தலையில் இருக்கக்கூடிய ஞானம் தான் எனக்கு வழிகாட்டி கொண்டிருக்கு. என்னை போன்ற எத்தனையோ பேருக்கு வழிகாட்டக்கூடிய அளவுக்கு இருக்கக்கூடியது ஒரே ஞானம் இருக்கிறது என்றால் அது ஆசிரியர்களுக்கு மட்டும் தான் இருக்கும். இப்ப நான் தொழில் பண்றேன், என் மனசுக்குள்ள என்ன இருக்கு, என்னுடைய தொழிலை நல்லா நடத்தினேன், என் பையனுக்கோ பிள்ளைக்கோ கொடுத்துக்கிட்டு போ. அரசியல்வாதி என்ன நினைக்கிறேன், அது குலத்தொழிலாக போச்சு, பேரம்பேத்தி வரைக்கும் இப்போ வந்துருச்சு, தொடிச்சு. அதான் நான் போன பின்னால நம்மளுடைய கட்சி இங்கதான் போயாகும். அதே மாதிரி சினிமாக்காரன் எடுத்துங்க, தன்னுடைய பையன் தன்னுடைய பையன் எல்லாம் சினிமாவில் ஹீரோவா நடிக்கணும், ஹீரோயினா நடிக்கணும், அது ஒரு குலத்தொழில் ஆகிறது. தன்னுடைய மகன் ஆசிரியராக வேண்டும் என்று நினைத்தால், ஆசிரியராகாம நான் அமெரிக்கா போகணும், கனடா அங்க போகணும், இங்க போகணும், வேற தொழில் போகணும். ஆனால் சந்திக்கின்ற ஒவ்வொருவனையும் தன்னுடைய பிள்ளை போல் நினைத்து, அது யார் பெற்ற பிள்ளையாக இருந்தாலும் இவர்கள் வாழ்க்கையில் முன்னுக்கு வர வேண்டும் என்று தன்னிடம் இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த ஒழுக்கத்தையும் ஞானத்தையும் கற்பிக்கக்கூடிய ஒரே ஒரு அவதாரம் உண்டென்றால் அது ஆசிரியர் அவதாரம் தான், கடவுள் கூட அல்ல. எத்தனை மாணவர்களை அவர் சந்தித்திருக்கிறார். அவர் என்னும் போது அந்த ஆசிரியர் பிம்பத்தையே எடுத்துக்கொள்ள எத்தனை மாணவர்கள் அவர் வீட்டில் வந்து சாப்பிட்டே சென்றிருப்பார். செல்லும் இடமெல்லாம் சந்திக்கக்கூடிய மாணவர்கள் அத்தனை பேருக்கும் தன்னுடைய அறிவை மட்டும் சொல்லாமல் நீ நன்றாக இரு என்று சொல்லி அனுப்புவார். ஏதாவது ஒரு மாணவன் எங்கேயோ சந்தித்து, ஐயா நான் உங்களுடைய மாணவன், இன்று நான் நல்ல நிலையில் இருக்கின்றேன் சொல்லும் போது தன்னை அறியாமல் அந்த ஆசிரியரின் கண்களில் ஒரு கலக்கம் வரும். நம்ம மாணவன் நல்லா இருக்க. பெற்ற தாய் தந்தையர் கூட இப்படி நினைக்க மாட்டார்கள், ஆசிரியர்களால் தான் மட்டும் முடியும். அதனால் தான் குருவை நாம் தெய்வமாக வணங்குகிறோம், குருவை போற்றுகிறோம். இந்த பாரம்பரியம் இந்த இந்திய மண்ணில் தொடரும் வரை நமது நாட்டின் வளர்ச்சியையும் சிறப்பையும் யாராலும் அசைக்க முடியாது. அதற்கு காரணம் இவர்கள். இரண்டாவதாக 25 ஆண்டுகள் தொடர்ந்து ஒரே இடத்தில் பணிபுரிந்து இன்று பாராட்டு பெறுகிறார். இந்த காலத்தில் இது ரொம்ப முக்கியம், ஒரே இடத்துல பணிபுரியும். 25 வருஷம் ஒரே சம்சாரத்தோடு இருந்தோன்னு சொன்னாலே கொஞ்சம் அதிசயமா பாக்குறாங்க. இப்ப நம்ம பக்கத்துல எல்லாம் நிறைய ஆரம்பம் ஆயிடுச்சு. 2வது கணவன் 3வது கணவன் வரைக்கும் வந்துடுச்சு, 3வது மனைவி வந்தாச்சு. அதனால இது அதிசயம் இல்லை. என்ன ஒரே பொண்ணு கூட வாழ்ந்துட்டு இருக்கியான்னு வெளிநாட்டுல கேட்கறதா ஜோக்கு நிறைய வரும். ஒரே நிறுவனத்தில் பணிபுரிவதை கூட இப்பொழுது கேவலமாக நினைக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு நிர்வாகம் வந்து விட்டது. நீ இவ்வளவு நாள் டிஐசியில் தான் இருக்கியா, அங்க போலியா இங்க போலியா? ஆனால் ஒரே நிறுவனத்தில் பணிபுரியக்கூடியதில் இருக்கக்கூடிய பெருமையை அந்த மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் இந்த மாதிரி இருக்கிறவர்களால் தான் உணர்ந்து அந்த பெருமைக்குரிய வாழ்க்கையின் போது ஒரு 25 ஆண்டுகள் ஒரு இடத்தில் பணிபுரிந்திருக்கிறோம் என்றால் அவர்களும் அவர்களுடைய மூச்சும் அந்த நிறுவனத்தின் மேல்தான். கல்லூரி திறந்தாகிவிட்டது, மாணவர்கள் வந்திருக்கிறார்கள், அதை செய்ய வேண்டும் இதை செய்ய வேண்டும் என்று அந்த பொது நோக்கோடு தான் அந்த பணி இருப்பது. அது பிஹெச்டிக்கு கிடைத்த மிகப்பெரிய பெருமை. இந்த லாயல்ட்டியை பத்தி சொல்லணும்னா அது நம்ம ஊர்ல தான் ரொம்ப அதிகம். ஜப்பான்காரங்களை பத்தி சொல்லுவாங்க, ஆனா அதை விடவும் நம்ம ஊர்ல கொஞ்சம் அதிகம். எனக்கு தெரிஞ்ச ஒரு சினிமா ஸ்டார், மிக பிரசித்தி பெற்ற ஒரு சினிமா நடிகர், அப்போ ஒரு காலத்துல அவருடைய திருமணம் நடக்கும்போது அவர் வீட்டில் சமையல்காரனாக வேலை செய்து கொண்டிருந்த ஒரு நபர் ஒரு பெரிய கத்தையை கொண்டு வந்து கல்யாண பரிசாக கொடுக்கிறார். அது என்னடா கேட்டா வாழ்நாள் பூரா அவர் சேமித்து வைத்ததை திருமண பரிசாக கொடுக்கிறார். அப்ப அந்த மணமன் கேட்கிறார், என்னையா இதை கொண்டு வந்து கொடுத்தேன்? ஐயா, எனக்கு வேற யாரும் கிடையாது, வாழ்நாள் பூரா நான் உங்களுடைய வீட்டுல தான் சமையல்காரனா வேலை செஞ்சுட்டு இருக்கேன், எனக்கு பணம் சேர்ந்திருக்கிறது, எல்லாவற்றையுமே நீங்கள் பார்த்து கொண்டிருக்கிறீர்கள், அதனால இதை வச்சுட்டு நான் என்ன போறேன், நீங்க வச்சுக்கிட்டு என்னையும் காப்பாற்ற உங்களையும் காப்பாத்தீங்க என்று சொன்னார். அந்த லாயல்ட்டி, ஒரு குடும்பத்தின் மீது இருக்கக்கூடிய அக்கறை, தான் பணி செய்யக்கூடிய இடத்தில் இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு பற்று, அதே தான் பிஹெச்டியில வேலை செய்யறவங்களுக்கு. பிஹெச்டி நிறுவனமும் அவர்களை நன்றாக பார்த்து கொள்ளுகிறது, அவர்களும் இந்த நிறுவனம் மேன்மேலும் வளர வேண்டும் என்று பார்த்து கொண்டு, இது சாதாரணமாக எல்லா இடத்திலும் அமையக்கூடியதல்ல. உலகத்துல ஏகப்பட்ட ட்ரஸ்ட் இருக்கு. ராக்ஃபெல்லர் ட்ரஸ்ட் ஆரம்பிச்சதுக்கு காரணமானது விவேகானந்தர் தான். இந்த இந்தியாவினுடைய இப்படிப்பட்ட பெருமைகள் எல்லாம் வெளியே சொல்ல மாட்டாங்க. கோவை நகரை பொறுத்தவரை இங்கு முதலில் ஆரம்பிக்க இந்த பிஹெச்டி நிறுவனம், இதனுடைய இந்த அறக்கட்டளையும் தான் இந்த மண்ணின் வளர்ச்சிக்கு ஒரு அடித்தட்டு என்பதில் எந்த சந்தேகமும் இருக்க முடியாது. அதற்கு மிக முக்கியமான காரணம் என்று சொன்னால் பிஹெச்டி அறக்கட்டளை நிறுவனம் மட்டும் எத்தனை பள்ளிக்கூடம். இந்த தொற்று வந்த காலத்துல கூட பார்த்தீங்கன்னா பெரிய பெரிய ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் எல்லாம் இருந்தாலும் பிஹெச்டி ஒன்றுதான் குறைவான கட்டணம் வாங்கி கொண்டு நிறைவான பணியை செய்திருக்கிறது என்பது கோவையில் உள்ள அத்தனை பேருக்குமே தெரியும். அதனால் இது நம்முடைய வாழ்க்கையிலேயே எல்லோரிடம் கலந்து விட்ட ஒன்று. ஒரு பிஹெச்டியில படிச்சிருக்குன்னு சொன்னா, பிஹெச்டியில வேலை செஞ்சிருக்குன்னு சொன்னா, சர்வஜன ஸ்கூல்ல படிச்சுட்டு வந்திருக்கோம், இல்லை ஜிஆர்டியில படிச்சிருக்குன்னா, அந்த பெருமைக்குரிய இந்த குடும்பத்தை நான் இந்த சமயத்தில் ட்ரஸ்டி மூலம் மனதார வணங்குகிறேன், வாழ்த்துக்கள் சொல்லி. அப்புறம் யாராலுமே மறக்க முடியாத மிக முக்கியமான மனிதர் என்றால் ஜிஆர்டி. அவர் காலத்தில் நான் இங்கு மாணவனாக இருந்திருக்கிறேன். அவரை பற்றி பெருமைகள் எல்லோருக்கும் தெரியும். இருந்தாலும் நேற்று திரு வித்யபிரகாஷ் அவர்கள் எனக்கு ஒரு அழைப்புதல் அனுப்பியிருந்தார் ஜிஆர்டி ஸ்கூலுக்காக. எனக்கு உடனே தோன்றியது ஏதாவது எழுத வேண்டும் என்று எழுதியதை வாசிக்கிறேன். வாழ்க நீ எம்மான், இந்த வான்புகழ் கொங்கு நாட்டில் சுவர்வுற்று மனது நொந்து தலைமுறை கவலை காண மேம்பட்ட கல்வி ஒன்றே மெய்வழி என்று கண்டு நீ பட்ட அனுபவத்தை வெற்றிகளை யார் பெற்ற பிள்ளைகளும் பேர் பெற்று வாழ்கவென நாள்பட்ட செல்வமெனும் நற்கல்வி நாட்டுக்கும் உலகுக்கும் நல்கினாய். வான் தொட்ட உன் புகழை பாடுவோம், வாழ்க உன் சேவை என போற்றுவோம். நீ தொட்ட மாணவர் கோடி கோடி, நின்னாமம் நிலை பெற்று வாழி வாழி. ஜிஆர்டி நாமம் வாழ்க என்று எழுதி அனுப்பி, இது உள்ளத்தில் இருந்து வருவது. எங்கு சென்ற போதும், வெளிநாடுகளுக்கு சென்ற போதும் சரி, மாணவர்களை சந்திக்கும் போதெல்லாம் அந்த மகத்தான மனிதரை நினைவு கூறாதவர்கள் இருக்கவே முடியாது. அப்படிப்பட்ட ஒரு பெருமைமிக்க குடும்பம் கோவையின் வளர்ச்சிக்கு இத்தனை உதவிகள் செய்திருக்கிறது. இன்றும் அவர்களுடைய சேவை தொடர்ந்து கொண்டே இருக்கிறது. அதை மனதார பாராட்டி மகிழ்வோம். சாதனையாளர் விருது பெற்ற ஐயா அவர்களது மாணவர்களும் அவரோடு பழகியவர்களும் அவருடைய ஈடுபாட்டையும் அக்கறையும் சொல்லிக் கொண்டே இருப்பார்கள். சில மேடைகளில் அவரோடு சேர்ந்து நானும் கலந்து பேசியிருக்கிறேன். கல்விக்காக தன் வாழ்நாளையே ஒப்படைத்தார்கள் என்று சொன்னால் இப்படிப்பட்ட மாமனிதர்கள் தான் இந்த நாட்டின் வளர்ச்சிக்கு முக்கியமானவர்கள். அதனால் இந்த பிஹெச்டி நிறுவனத்தில் முதலாக வாழ்நாள் சாதனையாளர் விருது அவர் பெறுவதும் பெருமை. அவருக்கு அந்த விருதை என் கையால் கொடுக்க முடிந்தது எனக்கு கிடைத்த பெருமை என்று நினைத்து உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் வாழ்த்து கூறுவதோடு பாரத நாட்டில் பிறந்ததற்காக பெருமைப்படுவோம். மீண்டும் மீண்டும் 40 ஆண்டுகளாக நான் சொல்லிக் கொண்டிருப்பதை திருப்பி சொல்லுகிறேன். இந்த நாட்டுக்கு இணையான நாடு உலகத்தில் கிடையாது. இந்த நாட்டு மாணவர்களுக்கு இணையான சிறந்த மாணவர்கள் எங்குமே கிடையாது. நாம் சிறந்த மனிதர்கள், சிறந்த பாரம்பரியம் உள்ளவர்கள். நிச்சயம் நாம் நடக்கும் பாதை வெற்றி பாதையாகத்தான் இருக்கும். வரக்கூடிய தலைமுறைக்கும் அதையே சொல்லி இந்த வெற்றி பாதைக்கு வழிவகுத்து கொடுத்த இந்த PSG நிறுவனத்திற்கும் நன்றி சொல்லி விடைபெறுகிறேன். நன்றி.
Thank you, sir, and thank you for the wonderful thought behind your speech. You have reiterated the importance of Guru and the fact that Guru Reva Parabrahmam in the life of a human being. May I now request Dr. Radha Krishnan to speak a few words in response to his award.
Respected Managing Trustee, Principal, Chief Guest at today's function, Iyakaka Subramanian, alumni who are here to felicitate the faculty. I take this opportunity to convey my sincere gratitude to the Managing Trustee for giving me this award. I also thank all the heads of institutions, our alumni, and those who have assembled here for making this possible. Thank you all once again. But let me take a little bit of time myself. Okay. See, this function reminds me about unfinished agenda. I will call it as unfinished agenda because for PSG, there is a lot of things to be done. For example, Dr. Kumar is here. We have been looking for a possibility of establishing some relationship between Carnegie Mellon University. I hope Kumar is not there. Okay. The next is we have Dr. Venkatesh. He's a professor of management at Pittsburgh, University of Pittsburgh. PSG can get a lot of benefits by associating with University of Pittsburgh. I think Kumar is there. I have gone and met him many times. I think during this year, we must be able to establish some kind of relationship between Carnegie Mellon and PSG, like cyber. They are see, our faculty had learned a lot from Carnegie Mellon. I suggest that our robotic faculty visit, interact with Dr. Kumar. Then PSG has been always known for manufacturing, and good that we have Dr. Jansi present here today. I think with the help of Jansi, I must give a fillip to manufacturing activities in PSG Tech.
Yes, sir, sure.
With our alumni treasurer is here. We have been looking for enhancing the activities of Alumni Association to USA. I think there's a lot of things that to be done.
Certainly, sir. We're honored to be part of this North American PhD.
Loganathan, our logo.
Yes, sir.
Then with Dr. Kovic Selvan, we have been looking for a lot of opportunities in working with TVS. I think we must be able to take our work to the next higher level. Then our alumni association should grow internationally. I think we must have a chapter of alumni association in Philippines, Singapore, and other areas. So therefore, I suggest that let Sharan Kumar to take initiative and to establish our alumni chapters in these places with, of course, some contribution to the Alumni Association. So thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Managing Trustee.
Thank you, Dr. Radha Krishnan, and thank you for being an inspiration to so many. Next, we move on to acknowledging the contribution of faculty and staff who have completed their 25-year milestone at PSG. May I now request our Managing Trustee, Sri L. Gopalakrishnan, and the respective heads of institutions to please kindly come over to the stage to present the awards. The first, we start with PSG Aided Primary School, Vedapatti. I request the chief guest also to join the Managing Trustee. The first award goes to Tirumati P. Sedumati, secondary grade teacher. We move on to Psg Industrial Institute. May I call upon Tirumati R. Satyabama, Assistant Accounts Department, to kindly come over and receive the award. P Radha Krishnan, Engineer, Civil Engineering Department. K. Ravichandran, Deputy Manager, Operations, Rotating Machinery Division. Tirumati S. Radhamani, Assistant Accounts Department. Thiru S. Tirumurthy, Executive Personnel Department. Thiru V. Venu Krishnan, Sales Executive, Marketing Department. Thiru R. Sadasivam, Worker, Heavy Engineering Division. Thiru K. Selvaraju, Worker, Rotating Machinery Division. Thiru M. Subramanian, Worker, Rotating Machinery Division. Thiru M. Sivakumar, Driver, Transport Department. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Next, we move on to Psg Polytechnic College. Dr. M. Arasu, Head of the Department of Foundry Technology. Dr. V. Chandrasekharan, Head of the Department of Apparel and Fashion Technology. Next, we move on to PSG College of Arts and Science. Dr. D. Gunasekharan, Associate Professor, Department of Mathematics. Thiru R. Raman, Sanitary Worker, Maintenance Department. Dr. Y. S. Irene Gigi, Associate Professor, Department of English. Dr. S. Mohan Kumar, Associate Professor, Department of Electronics. Thiru G. Sampath Kumar, Office Assistant, Administrative Department. Dr. C. V. Chandrasekharan, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce. Thank you. Next, we move on to PSG College of Technology. Dr. G. Menaka, Professor, Department of English. Dr. M. Ibrahim Badusha, Professor, Department of Civil Engineering. Dr. P. Sendil Kumar, Professor, Department of Civil Engineering. Thiru P. Sivaraj, Masdood Grade 1, Department of Mechanical Engineering. Thiru P. S. Rajan, Foreman Instructor, Department of Mechanical Engineering. Thiru V. Velumani, Cleaner, Workshop, Department of Mechanical Engineering. Tirumati P. Gandhimati, Junior Assistant Controller of Examination. Dr. R. Krishnaveni, Assistant, Department of Applied Science. Thiru R. Bhuvaneshwaran, Office Manager, Administration. Thiru N. Dharmaraj, Instructor, Department of Mechanical Engineering. Thiru K. Bhupati, Storekeeper, Department of Metallurgical Engineering. Thiru R. Prakash, Artisan Grade 1, Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. Thiru D. Tangaraj, Instructor, Department of Mechanical Engineering. Dr. V. Tillagam, Associate Professor, Psg Institute of Management. Dr. T.G. Vijaya, Professor and Deputy Director, Psg Institute of Management. Tirumati K. Shanti, Deputy Office Superintendent, Accounts Department. Tirumati C. Renuka Devi, Deputy Office Superintendent, Academic Section. Thank you, Dr. Prakashan. Next, we move on to PSG and Sons Charities, Metallurgy and Foundry Division. Thiru P. Thangavel, Executive Personnel Department. Tirumati N. Saraswati, Assistant Purchase Department. Thiru K.S. Murugayan, Worker, Quality Control Department. Thiru T. Balamurugan, Worker, Quality Control Department. Thiru G. Mohan Raj, Worker, Core Shop. Thiru R. Pandian, Worker, Melting Department. Thiru R. Ravichandran, Worker, Quality Control Department. Thiru R. Shankara Narayanan, Worker, Machine Molding. Thiru K. Tantrasekharan, Worker, Machine Molding. Thiru G. Mutturamalingam, Worker, Quality Control Department. Thiru M. Madhavan, Worker, Melting Department. Thiru S. Uttarapadi, Worker, Machine Molding. Thiru M. Mariappan, Worker, Machine Molding. Thiru P. Muthukrishnan, Worker, Hand Molding. Thiru R. Umatanu, Worker, Hand Molding. Thiru N. Saravanan, Worker, Hand Molding. Thiru V. Kasturi Rangan, Worker, Hand Molding. Thiru P. Bhaskaran, Worker, Hand Molding. Thiru C. Panneerselvam, Worker, Machine Molding. Thiru V. Tyagasundaram, Worker, Hand Molding. Thiru M. Rajendran, Worker, Core Shop. Thank you. Next, we move on to Psg Institute of Medical Sciences and Research. Dr. R. Nagashri, Professor, Department of Physiology. Thiru B. Prakasan, Library Assistant, Department of Library. Tirumadi R. Devi, Sanitary Helper, Urban Health Center. Thiru M. Tirumurthy, Sanitary Helper, Housekeeping. Tirumadi P. Bhagyavati, Sanitary Helper, Housekeeping. Thiru K. Ramesh, Service Assistant, Animal House. Thiru E. Nagaraj, Sanitary Helper, Gents Hostel. Thank you, sir. Next, we move on to PSG hospitals. Dr. Reena Rai, Professor, Department of Dermatology. Tirumati R. Selvi, Sanitary Helper, NICU. Tirumati K. Rajeshwari, Nursing Assistant, Department of ENT. Dr. Sita Panikar, Professor, Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology. Thiru S. Chandrasekharan, Patient Service Assistant, Department of Radiology. Dr. Pave Arunachalam, Professor, Department of Pediatric Surgery. Tirumati A. Gaurishwari, Office Assistant to Medical Records Division. Thiru R. Mahesh, Plumber, Department of Maintenance. Thiru A. Shaktivel, Security Guard, Security Department. Tirumati G. Jayanti, Pharmacy Supplier, Department of Pharmacy. Thiru P. Subramaniam, Engineer, Civil Department. Thank you. Next, we move on to PSG College of Pharmacy. Dr. G. Shyamala, Associate Professor, Department of Pharmacognosy. Thank you all for your 25 years of service to PSG and for all you do for the institution. Next, we would like to acknowledge the service and contributions of those who have retired from service. Mr. S. Palani Perumal, Worker, Department of Melting, PSG and Sons Charities, Metallurgy and Foundry Division. He's also completed his 25 years of service. Mr. S. Nagaraj, Engineer, Tool Room, Heavy Engineering Division, Psg Industrial Institute. Thank you for your invaluable contributions to PSG. Next, we move on to the Kumar Arumagum Endowment Award, presented to one teaching and non-teaching faculty every year. It's an endowment instituted by Dr. Bhanumati, director of Psg Vishnu Granthi, in remembrance of her brother who has sacrificed his life in service for others. Innoruvar nalam kakum, tyagamum seelamum ennorkum vaipadillai. For such service, or such valuable service, this year the award goes to Dr. Boppe Appala Raju, professor in the Department of Microbiology, Psg Institute of Medical Sciences and Research. He joined the institution in 1988 and was deeply involved in the growth of the department. Dr. Raju is a renowned scientist who has made immense contribution in the field of medical microbiology through his various publications and invited talks. He is a pioneer in hospital infection control practices and hospital antibiotic stewardship program. He was instrumental in setting up the molecular microbiology lab, and it was the earliest of the labs in India to be approved for COVID testing by ICMR. Dr. Raju is considered a doyen in his field and has impacted the careers of many budding microbiologists in this region. May I invite Dr. Raju to receive the award. The award in the non-teaching category is presented to Thiru P. Thanguvel, Senior PA to Principal, Psg College of Technology. He joined Psg Tech in 1971 and was in state government service till 2010. He continued his services at Psg and currently is a Senior PA to Principal. During his period, he has worked in almost all sections of the college office. He has a natural aptitude and skill in preparing official documents in Tamil. He also has a special ability to recollect and extract all government orders connected with the college administration since the starting of the college in 1951. Congratulations to all the awardees. We hope to have your dedicated and continued service and contributions to Psg. And we thank the chief guest as well as the managing trustee. Thank you for your time. Thank you, sir. Having come to the end of our Staff Day celebrations, may I call upon Dr. P.V. Mohan Ram, Founder, Principal and Secretary, Psg Institute of Technology and Applied Research, to propose a vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, friends. We have come to the end of the function. Dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. It's my pleasant privilege to propose the vote of thanks. But before that, it's my duty to give pranams to my guru, Professor P Radha Krishnan. I have been with him since 1981. And his philosophy, as I observe, is work is worship. That has been the one which he has been very, very seriously following. I had seen him very beautifully balancing the role of a machine tool expert working in the industry on one side and a dedicated teacher on the other side, profoundly balancing these two. I have seen him running to the institute, doing the job there, giving directions to people and rushing back to the college and doing the lecture part of it. I'm extremely happy to have worked with such a great gentleman, and he has helped our mechanical engineering department through several projects, several conferences, name it, whether it is AMTDR, COPEN or FMFP, CAD-CAM, all these conferences were because of his dedicated direction and guidance. Similarly, he helped us to connect with many, many industries. Just to name a few, it was Ashok Leyland, L&T, DRDL, HAL, Precol, Roots, Rane group of industries, all of these. He has also helped us to connect with many funded agencies in several projects like medical ventilator, Indo-German project on lean manufacturing applied to machine tools. In the year 2014, it was alternate materials for machine tools, a 5 crore worth project. All these activities have helped our mechanical engineering department to receive the coveted award of the Best Industry Linked Institution, Best Industry Linked Department, and the credit goes to our Professor P Radha Krishnan. So let us give him a big hand, please. He has continued his service and continued to sacrifice and serve PSG in spite of several challenging situations with commitment, integrity, and honesty. And I have seen him every time his emphasis has been on understanding of concepts and not on accumulation of knowledge. A very important point, very pertinent to a teacher, a truly unselfish human being. Professor V. Radhakrishnan of IIT Madras and other well-wishers, many of them had expressed their immense happiness and delight in conferring the Lifetime Achievement Award to you, sir. We must also very fondly thank Madam Padmini, wife of Professor P. Radhakrishnan, for her continued support to our professor in all his achievements. So now I move on to the formal vote of thanks. So thanks to Madam Sneha of PhD Tech for the melodious rendering of Tamil Thai Valthu, and of course our diligent MC, Madam Shiana Seen, has been conducting the event in a professional way, the sequence of events in a beautiful way in today's staff day function. I would like to thank Professor Ramanathan, Principal, Pharmacy College, for his warm welcome. To all the invitees, including the awardees, those who are present and those who are in the online, of course, the family members also. It's our pleasant privilege to express our gratitude and pranams to the legendary administrator and mentor, the founder principal of PhD Tech and PhD CAS, Professor G.R. Damodaran. I sincerely thank our beloved managing trustee for his insightful presidential address, where he was reinforcing his commitment to the mission and values of PhD. Thank you, sir. You are always there in the forefront to demonstrate love and respect to the PhD staff for their commitment. Thank you very much, sir, for your wisdom to initiate this beautiful Lifetime Achievement Award in PhD institutions. Thank you very much, sir. Our special thanks to Professor Prakasan for reading out the elaborate citation to our distinguished Lifetime Achievement Awardee, Professor P. Radha Krishnan. Thank you, Professor. Our gratitude to all the heads of institutions who have joined the respective awardees while being honored by the management. Thank you, one and all, sirs. I would like to thank all the alumni who have felicitated Professor P. Radhakrishnan in the online mode, and a few takeaway points. They have shared their nostalgic memories of intimate relationship with Professor Radhakrishnan. For some, it was pretty odd time, but still they could make it. They've been greatly inspired and motivated by the very presence of Professor P. Radhakrishnan. That's what we could see. And he has made significant difference in their lives that we could see from the speeches. Not only he was a role model for all the students, he continues to be a role model for all teachers. And we must remember his beautiful global networking with alumni, which we faculty members must emulate. Not only that, as a teacher, as a well-wisher and all, he played key roles in various research committee meetings at the national level. He used to travel extensively. Of course, we are really unfortunate that he's not able to move that fast. He's a person running from pillar to post, traveling from one city to another city, addressing so many meetings, keeping schedules. I have seen him traveling number of times to Bangalore, several times to Delhi and all. He had played key roles in various research committee meetings. And I'm sure that all the alumni have discovered the great human being in Professor P Radha Krishnan. I would like to thank Dr. Kumar of Carnegie Mellon, Mr. Loganathan Palnisamy, Ms. Jansi Ayasamy of TIFAC, Mr. Arun Kumar, also Professor R. Venkatesh, Professor of Business Management at University of Pittsburgh. They have shared their beautiful love and gratitude to Professor P Radha Krishnan. Yeah, I stand corrected. Yeah, Professor Kovai Silvan, Dr. Kovai Silvan also added to the messages, and he also discovered a very good human being. He continues to get inspiration from Professor P Radha Krishnan even now. I would like to thank our chief guest, Mr. N. Subramanian, for his beautiful address. He's a popular mechanical engineering alumnus from the industry, a well-wisher of Psg, well known for his upholding traditional values and wisdom. And then he could beautifully identify that teachers are timeless heroes. And thank you, sir. That's a beautiful appreciation of all teaching fraternity. Teachers are timeless heroes. And when he was pointing out subtle point, he made it very clear. All students respect not the person, but they respect the knowledge and wisdom in great teachers. It's a very, very subtle point to note. Students respect not the individual, but the wisdom and knowledge that these great teachers have. He appreciated the loyalty of all the faculty and staff members who have served in Psg for 25 years. And he has also appreciated the service attitude of Psg hospitals. Thank you, sir, for your beautiful address. I would also like to thank all the recipients of 25 years service, dedicated service in our Psg institutions, 78 of them. I also would like to thank the retired employees, 2 employees, and their family members for their beautiful service in Psg. I would like to thank the awardees who received the Kumar Arumagum Endowment Award, Dr. Appalraj from the Microbiology Division of Psg IMSR, and Mr. Thangavel of Psg Tech. I would like to thank Dr. Banumati for sponsoring these awards. Thank you very much, madam. And our sincere thanks to Psg madam in organizing this event, particularly our beloved managing trustee, our CFO madam and her team, Dr. Prakasan, Dr. Nadarajan and their teams, our managing trustees office people, particularly Mr. Ravi, Periyasamy, Sivagami, and of course from the placement, Mr. Kalyan, Mr. Tirumurthy from the transport division. All of them have helped in a very big way for the successful conduct of this function. Particularly Dr. Prakasan and team from Psg Tech have done meticulous planning flawlessly and executed them in a professional manner, but for a minor slip here and there. And it was very well done, Psg Tech team. Thank you very much. And I would like to conclude by saying that our management strongly believes that teachers are its strong pillars. Teachers and staff members are their assets. Let us rededicate ourselves to the growth of Psg institutions to greater heights. Thank you. Thank you one and all Thanks to all of our friends who attended the meeting. Okay, whom I have not mentioned, please don't mistake. Thanks a lot for your patient hearing. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Let us conclude this event by rededicating ourselves in aspiring to make PSG reach greater heights. I'd like to thank you all for your time and attention. May I request all of you to please stand up and join us for the national anthem. Thank you all. And please join us for lunch arranged at the quadrangle. Have a good day, please.